Justin Quigley here. Welcome back to Just in a Minute. Do you ever watch a movie over and over and over again? I find myself doing it quite often. In fact, I watched the movie The Founder again for about the 25th time. So my question is, what pushes us to watch these movies multiple times, even though we know the outcome, we know what level of success these people or person receives? Well, for me, the movie The Founder symbolizes a guy doing everything in his power to sell multi-mixers to drive-in restaurants. And he just seemed to can't catch a break. Early on in the movie, Ray Kroc, who was played by Michael Keaton, he puts a record in the record player, and on the front of the record it says, "The power of the positive." Well, it actually turns out that the power of the positive and the writer, Dr. Floyd Clarence Nelson, they're both fictional. And this scene was obviously created and placed in the movie for emotional purposes. However, the album Kroc plays is actually based on an album and a book called The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. You see, personal development was well alive in the 50s. And Mr. Ray Kroc was a living, breathing example of that. So once Ray Kroc was given a tour of the McDonald's in San Bernardino, California, he witnessed something there. He witnessed something very special, which clearly raised his level of awareness. As they gave him the tour, they pointed out the handcrafted equipment, the process in which they prepared the food, even down to the little things about turning the heat up to 400 degrees on the cooker so the fries will cook faster and give us that taste that we all love today. Ray quickly returned home and he was excited. He was completely bought in on the concept. Kroc began to talk with his wife about what he witnessed with McDonald's in San Bernardino and how it was going to completely revolutionize the drive-up industry. Kroc's wife quickly pointed out all the other business ventures that Ray has engaged with over the years and has ultimately failed at. Then she asked him, when is enough going to be enough? Ray responded and said, honestly, probably never. Later on, Ray said, why should I quit when other men won't? So often we hear of others giving up at something when it just doesn't go their way, or they're given bad advice based on the fear principle, right? Fear of failure. So the question is, why do they give up? Well, simply put it, giving up is easy. When we begin our growth journey, we tell ourselves many things. Now is just not the right time. Or I have to find a better way to do it. How about, I will never be as good as that person. Or the one I love the most, I'm afraid of making mistakes. Those are referred to as growth gap traps. Obviously, growth starts with preparation in mind. And of course, it will take time. Jim Rohn said, you can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Kroc went on to franchise McDonald's and grow the business to what we all know it to be today. But how did Ray Kroc do this? Think back to the scene early on in the film where Kroc was alone in his hotel room, clearly depressed. He was wore out and appeared that he just could not go any further. However, Kroc then puts the power of the positive on the record player and continues to be intentional with his personal growth and development. So start your journey of personal growth today, because someday will never happen. Thanks for taking a minute out of your day to be with me.